Thanks to the support as a channel member, Adam Fitzpatrick. I know we have to be ruthless in the Peterborough derby, but it just feels a little bit different this year. We're pushing for promotion. They're rock bottom of the league. Yeah, I know it's on tech. You know I grew up a Peterborough fan. Okay, fine. I'll ruin them. Hello and welcome to part 87 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our local derby, the Peterborough derby, away against Peterborough United. And we're also away against Millwall. Since you were last with me, it's been pretty good form, to be fair. There's been the odd defeat in here. We lost to Rotherham. This game was ridiculous. We lost 7-5 away to Brentford. I can't even put into words how ridiculous this experience was to lose 7-5. And then come straight off the back of it and win 4-2 in the next league game. We're a strange team at the moment, boys and girls, but all of it means this is where we sit in the league table, 18th place. We've got a game in hand, which I think is this evening kickoff, the TV game against Peterborough. So win the game in hand, we can go up as high as fourth. In fact, forget as high as everyone else has already played. If we win, we go up to fourth place. If we lose, we stay in sixth with Alex Williams's Crystal Palace breathing down our neck. So we definitely are looking for the win and to stay in this playoff hunt. I think automatic promotion is going to be a stretch for us again. Birmingham look like they're accumulating a lot of points very early on and are going to be hard to catch. And I don't think we're going to be getting the 99 points that we got last year based on our points per game average so far. But we can certainly have a push for second place. We can certainly keep ourselves in this playoff mix. But it all starts with beating Posh now. And this is the team that I'm going to be putting out there to try and do exactly that. We've got Green in goal, a back four of McCartan, Davies, Barr and Curry, Akani and Ali Bassik in midfield, Richards, Roberts and Onyango supporting Kieran Hodgkinson up front. If you're wondering where Renan is, he's picked up a knock, so he's going to miss at least this game. He might be back for the Millwall game. We're also missing Hamilton and Francis through injury. Jack Green, by the way, has been looking like a really good goalkeeper lately. He's doing a little bit of a Mick Powell. He's up to 3-star current ability now. And the longer the season goes on, the less I'm actually missing Alex Williams. The plan, certainly in the immediate aftermath of him leaving, the plan was if we can get up to the Premier League this year, we break the bank to bring him back as soon as we get there. But actually, the way Green is developing, by the end of the season, we might feel like we don't need Alex Williams anymore because we've got an equally good young goalkeeper. He's actually a couple of years younger. We've obviously got Tristan McDonald sat on the bench as well, who's the England under-19 goalkeeper, also has that 5-star potential. So it might be that Williams has blown his chance of a Champions League win with home by leaving for Crystal Palace a little earlier than maybe he needed to. He just needed to hold on for one more year. Or that's assuming we go this year. 10 more years, maybe. Who knows? I did have a look at Stephen Reid as well, the guy who we sold to Watford last January. Interestingly, he went to Brighton for 7.75 million in the summer. So that's close to £8 million transfers in a year for him. But we've scouted him and he wouldn't be good enough to sit on our bench. His current ability, according to our scouts, isn't even equal to that of Tristan McDonald, who is also pushing forward. He's up to 2-star current ability now. So Reid is an odd one. If he's going for that kind of money, how much must Green and McDonald be worth? Which again leans me towards not worrying about getting Williams back. We probably will get Williams if we get promoted this year. Let's face it, the only people we can spend big money on are Curry and Williams and any wonder kids we can find. So we probably will break the bank for Williams. Right, 0-0 at half time. We've not really created anything so far, so we need to sort our lives out. Posh are rock bottom of the league. We're looking for promotion. I know it's the big Peterborough derby. I know we're on the telly, but this isn't acceptable. We need to win this game. And it's actually Posh who were on the attack at the start of this second half. And Nathan Curry has just given away a penalty, I think. He has given away a penalty. Ridiculous. He loses his head in this Peterborough derby from time to time. I think he was sacked. I think he was sent off in it last year. And now he's given away a penalty and we're 1-0 down. And the home fans, as you would expect, looking pretty subdued at the moment. I think we've finally established ourselves as the biggest club in the city, especially with Posh likely to go down this year. but they're going to have all the bragging rights. And off the back of that massive, the 7-goal defeat as well that we had the other day, I'm a little bit concerned. Both Curry and the guy who fouled for the penalty are both now stood off injured. Have they had a fight? I think we probably need to take Nathan Curry off. I'm a little bit worried about him. He's now injured and giving away penalties. Onyango now cutting in from the right-hand side, going on one of his mazy runs that he likes to do. Finds McCartan, who shoots from range, but it goes just over. That would have been a spectacular goal. Right, Nathan Curry is going to come off. We're going to bring on new boy Raphael Irving, who I don't think you've met yet, certainly since he arrived. We brought him in for £250,000 in the summer from Wigan. He's a right back, can also play centre back, right midfield, natural wing back. He actually came on in the Brentford game where we conceded 7 goals after the goals finished going in. And we brought him on at centre back just because the rest of our defenders, as you would imagine, were ruined. So we just freshened things up a little bit. What a way to give a young lad, a young right back, his debut. Bring him on when you're 7 goals down at centre back. But now he gets to come on and play in his actual position, which he'll be looking to make his own. Right back has been an iffy area for us for a long, long time. Nathan Curry is the man in possession at the moment, but maybe it's Irving's spot long term. That's a beautiful piece of football, and Onyan goes in, and I mean, he made a little bit of a meal of it in the end. I thought he'd messed it up, but some lovely little close passing football. Kieran Hodgkinson is such a good pivot point for these wide players coming in off of the wings. Ali Bassick involved as well. Some lovely short passing, but this little pass there from Hodgkinson is beautiful. I thought Onyango had messed it up there, but he actually rounds the keeper, tucks it into the back of the net. It's 1-1 just past the hour mark. And now we want to go on and take a lead in this game, although it's Peterborough on the attack again. But Connor Roberts has got the ball for a breakaway. He's got Hodgkinson ahead of him. Roberts, it's 2-on-2 here. Roberts shoots from range, and that is not going to do him any favours with the elements of the comment section who are not Connor Roberts fans. For the record, I really like Connor Roberts and will continue to play him, although he's going to come off now because he's having a poor game. So Blamplate can come on for him today. But yeah, Roberts is awesome. You don't see all the good that he does. It's not all about average ratings, folks. We've talked about this before. It's not all about average ratings. Right. For my final change, we're going to take off Akani and we're going to bring on Alec Lay. Get Alec Lay on for the local derby. This is his kind of game. Get him in there as a ball-winning midfielder. It allows us to give Blamplate the freedom to be a playmaker in there behind Hodgkinson. And now we're going to encourage, I think we're going to go attack him. It's the local derby, it's on the telly, and we're the ones pushing for promotion. These are all reasons for us to attack in these final few minutes. Posh at bottom of the league, we should be winning this game. I'm demanding more now. Come on, boys, there's got to be one more goal in us. We scored 5 away from home in a game that we lost. But it's just a bore draw in the end. I guess it's probably a fair result as well, but who wants fair results? We want victories. Nathan Curry's now going to miss the Millwall game, joining George Francis and Renan on the injured list. Hopefully we'll have a better result in that one. Oh, this little injury crisis continues. And what a big day this is going to be for Tristan McDonald. We were just talking about how he's become a 2-star current ability player now. And now you're going to see him make his debut for home, because Jack Green has got a cold. So he's been sent home to recover from his cold so he doesn't infect the rest of the squad. Nathan Curry is fit enough to sit on the bench. He passed a fitness test. And Renan fit enough to return straight into the side as well. So a few changes for this game. We've got Lay coming in at the back along with Irving. We're going Davies, Lay, Irving, McCartan, mainly because I wanted to be able to play an entire back 5 that was homegrown at club, as in they came for our youth system. You know how this is the closest we've ever got to this, boys and girls. So McDonald youth system, McCartan, Davies, Lay, Irving, all through our youth system. Akani and Camilleri, Connor Roberts, Kieran Hodgkinson, all came through our youth system. We just don't have the wide players. We don't really have wide players who came. I guess, did O'Hara come through our youth system? No, O'Hara we signed. Yeah, we don't have wide players. So I think this is the closest we've ever got. 9 of the starters are our own youth products. One day we'll get even closer. I still dream of the day where we play a full starting 11 that all came through the academy. But bearing in mind this, we've got 9 out there today and they're all there on merit. Sort of. You could probably argue Joe Barr didn't do anything to deserve being dropped. So perhaps it should be 8. But in fact, Irving's not our youth. After all that excitement, I've just told you we signed Irving. I'm leaving Lay in anyway. It's 8. 8 of the 11. Irving, you monster. 8 of the 11, I still think is a record. I got so excited for a minute there. I've put Alec Lay in purely for that reason. Joe Barr's now furious. He doesn't understand what's going on. Right. All eyes on Tristan McDonald today. Remember, Alex Williams, 4 or 5 seasons ago now, was thrust into the team because Captain Cartwheel got himself injured and a very young, inexperienced Alex Williams had to come and make his debut, I think at a similar age to McDonald is now. And he never gave the shirt up again. So it's going to be a little bit harder for McDonald to make that kind of impression when he's only covering a cold. He gets to play 1 game. Green will be back for the next match. Whereas I think Williams got a run of about 2 months in the team while Wright was injured. So it's slightly different circumstances, but you never know. If he saves 3 penalties and looks like the most dominant, amazing goalkeeper in the world, then we're not dropping him, are we? Hodgkinson's just scored a goal to put us 1-0 up, by the way. Irving lumping the ball over the top. We're claiming that as a beautiful pass and an assist. And Kieran Hodgkinson, now he's playing as a striker. Would you believe he started to score goals fairly regularly? Who knew? It's a remarkable turn of events. But 1-0 to us. And that does leave us currently sat in 4th place as we were at the start of the game. It looks like most of the teams around us are also winning. And no terrifying danger moments for Tristan McDonald yet in goal. It looks like he's going to be tested here, though. He looks tiny compared to Green. I haven't looked how tall McDonald is. I hope he's still got some growing to do because it doesn't look like there's a lot of him. But remember, that was the issue we had with Williams when he first came through the team, and he ended up growing about 3 inches after making his first team debut. So with him being so young, there is still the potential he'll still get a little bit taller. But Green is 6'6". Tristan McDonald, I mean, he's 6 foot tall. He's not that little, is he? That's probably big enough. And at his age, how old is he? 18. There might even be an inch or 2 of further growth to come yet for him. And if he can make it, I think Williams is 6'2". If he can make it to 6'2", then that'll do. I won't have any worries at all about him as a goalkeeper then. 6 foot, I'm a little bit, you're a little bit small. With Davies in front of you, I imagine Davies can head higher balls than McDonald can come out and catch. Right, it looks like Richards is tiring, so we probably need to take him off. We can stick Renan over to the left. Richards can come off for Onyango to come on that side. And then once again, Connor Roberts having a very good game. He's not really helping me out here. I've spoken out in his favour in the previous match, and now he's had 2 very poor games, and that's not really helped his cause at all. I promise you, he does look good a lot of the time, but not today. Blamplate coming in once again to take a midfield and attack the attacking midfield spot, which I imagine at some point I have to give Blamplate a run there because he never lets us down, but then he doesn't come on and look spectacular either. Onyango, on another one of his major ones. I love this about Onyango. He really does just run with the ball, but his end product does sometimes leave a little to be desired. And once again, I think we highlighted this in yesterday's episode. We're an efficient team, but we're not much of a goal-scoring team at the moment. We've kind of learnt to defend. McDonald keeping a clean sheet on his debut is lovely stuff. And we've learnt to defend, but we've also stopped scoring as many goals as we did before, which is, I'd prefer to win 4-3 than 1-0. But there's your confirmation. McDonald has kept a clean sheet on his debut. Lovely stuff for him. And also, we've just received another £2.5 million for the Alex Williams deal. So he's now played 20 games for Crystal Palace, which that £2.5 million coming early in December, perfect timing really, because it means we can now go in to the January transfer window with nearly £5 million to spend. We're there hovering in 4th in the league, £5 million to spend. If we can bring in the right player or 2 with that kind of money, that could be enough to push us over the edge into real Premier League contention. This is where we need a proper wonder kid to show up on our scout reports. I keep referring back to Simon Patton from non-league to legend this year because we signed him in the Championship and he was extraordinary. If we can find that kind of player, That's the difference. That's what gets us to the Premier League. It doesn't look like that player exists just yet. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.